Hello children, today I am going to take your value education class to take out your value education book. Today I am going to teach chapter 4, that is reach out to give. This year you know more than you did last year. With every passing year, your ideas, interest, knowledge and circle of friends will widen. This expanding circle is a very valuable part of growing up. It teaches us more about ourselves, about others, and about the world. People who have it in their hearts to touch the lives of others will always find pleasure in reaching out to help others. When we expand our circle, we feel more useful. We feel the joy of caring and sharing. The story, The Baby is Safe. Karan had written home from his office. He made himself a cup of tea. As he sat on the sofa and sipped his tea, he heard the faint wailing of a child. He went out on the veranda. There the sound was louder, but he could not see anyone. He stepped out into the street. There at the edge of the pavement was a tiny bag lying on a rag sheet, crying. Karan had a kind heart and did not hesitate to pick up the child. It was a baby girl, hardly a few days old. Karan looked around to see if the parents of the baby were nearby, but there was no one. He waited for some time for someone to come, but nobody came. By now, the baby had stopped crying in the comfort of his arms. Karan thought, I cannot leave the baby alone here. I'll take her home with me. Karan took the baby back to his house and asked Ramu Kaka, his domestic help, to get some milk for the baby. They fed the baby and made her comfortable in a warm bed. Soon the baby fell asleep. After he had thought for a while, Karan knew exactly what he would do. He told Kaka, I'm not going to take this baby to an orphanage. I have decided to set up an orphanage. There are many children like her who don't have parents to give them love and care. My orphanage will provide shelter for such children. Now let's understand what is given. Please children, from let understand, you will not omit a single point because from there question answers might come. So from every chapter there is let's understand and you have to study and you have to go through it very well. Now let's understand, in the story Karan's tender heart made him pick up the baby. Let us see how much happiness and joy came from this kind act. The baby was safe and got a good job. It made Karan think of setting up an orphanage. His orphanage will help many more abandoned children get a safe, loving home and a good life. Karan himself is very happy and contented that he is doing such a useful thing for society. Each one of us can be useful part of society. We can start with our families by being helpful to our parents, by being kind to our brothers and sisters, and by spending time with our grandparents. We can also help people who are less fortunate than us and spread our social duty to a wider circle of society. Here is a poem that shows how a kind deed touches man's life. Ripples live on. A helpful deed is a pebble tossed into life's greater pond. When the stone is gone and the splash is dead, the ripples will still live on. The thoughtful word you said today, the smile that showed your care, will reach out in ripples endlessly to take peace everywhere and on. Thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of a candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared, said by Lord Buddha.